Hello everybody and welcome to day one of my moss pole extension party. I have many moss poles to extend. Actually, I wrote down a list. Okay, so I have 10 moss poles that I know need to be extended, so I'm really gonna try to get those done within the next week or so. And the reason that I'm saying that this is day one of my moss pole extension party is because I am going to do as many as I can with the moss that I currently have, which is this amount of leftover moss, which isn't very much, and then I have another bin, and this moss, which I'm just currently soaking, so it's still kind of absorbing water. So I don't know how many poles I'm gonna get out of this moss that I currently have on hand, but I did order more moss, so I'm just going to, once that arrives, I'm just going to continue. So this video will span over a couple of days, and today I'm just gonna start out by prioritizing the ones that I feel really need it the most. They all need it, but you know what I mean. Just the ones that I really want to get done as soon as possible are what I'm gonna be working on today. So we're gonna be starting out with Miss Philodendron Majestic here. And this is gonna be an interesting one because I have 3 thicklys attached currently, and I'm going to be adding a 4th one, which I don't think is recommended. Thiccly says to do up to 3, I'm fairly certain. So I'm gonna just try to go ahead with a 4th one. I was talking about this on my Instagram stories and people were saying to just do it, or maybe it was an Instagram reel or something. But people wanted me to experiment and do a 4th, so I'm gonna be doing that today. I'm thinking I might need to stabilize it with a stake or something, but we'll kind of see how it goes. This does sit kind of in a corner, so even if it was a little bit unstable, I don't think it would be a big deal. But yeah, we're just gonna start off with this one. So this one is on the regular thickly grow pole, which closes from the back. It's a D-shaped clear pole. I love this pole. Honestly, it's worked so well, especially for this plant. It's just been a dream. All these extensions have gone on really easily for me. It's very sturdy. I can pick it up by the pole and none of the extensions are slipping or anything. And yeah, it's just, I've honestly had a very good experience with this. So we'll see how it goes once I add the 4th one. I'm gonna go grab the moss pole and I'm gonna wring out our moss and we're just gonna get started. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna be working on. This is actually my like dish drying thing from the counter, but I thought it was like the perfect size for like a surface to make my poles on, so I'm just gonna use it and then wash it after. Also have my coffee, and I think that we are ready to go. And of course my extension that's going to match up with the one that's on there already. I'm actually running kind of low on these extensions, I think. I have their newer version, which I know are also compatible with the like older version. I think this is the 2.0, and then they released the 3.0, generation 3 or whatever. Anyways, I'm going to start by folding this. And I'm gonna start out by using my fresh moss. This is the, I think it's called 1 Mile sphagnum moss, and you can order this from Crystal Star Nursery. I've never used this before, but they highly recommended it, so I'm gonna be trying this out. And I also ordered another one for the rest of the pole extensions, so that's gonna be coming this week, hopefully. But yeah, it looks really nice, so I'm excited to use it. I'm gonna put the moss in and then we'll close up the pole. Sometimes I build the pole and then put the moss in with like a chopstick, and sometimes I do it this way. Just kind of depends how I feel. And today I feel like doing it this way. I feel like with 4 extensions it's gonna be fine because it feels really sturdy right now, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will be really unbalanced once I add this on. I'm really curious to find out though, because that's kind of one of the things that kind of sucks about these poles. Like, I love these closed back poles. I find that they work so well, but it sucks that you're kind of limited in how tall you can make them before they start to get really unstable. which is kind of a reason that I want to try doing the wire poles. I really was wanting to do wire poles, and then I kind of let that idea go, and I was like, no, I'm just going to focus on these closed back poles because I really like them. But now I'm kind of thinking like maybe for my plants that I want to get really tall, I should consider doing the wire poles. I don't know. So many options these days. Okay, I'm gonna close her up. I haven't built one of these poles in a long time. I don't think I've done a moss pole extension since I've moved here. So it's been almost 2 months. Okay, I turned the light off in the cabinet so that you can hopefully see better, but this is the top of the current moss pole. And I haven't done this in a long time, but I'm pretty sure I extended them by going inside. Wait, right? Or did it go around? No, it went inside. Okay, that's what I thought. So let's see if it's just gonna easily go. Hopefully it does. Oh. Something is catching. Oh, there we go. It's going, it's going. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think it's on. It feels stable. Like, not super stable, but it's standing up on its own, and like I said, with where it is, it's it would just like fall against a wall gently. So, oh my god, and it's almost literally, it's like halfway up the new one already. I'm gonna have to chop this plant soon or come up with some other idea if I want to continue to grow it. Okay, I'm gonna take some of my moss that's like the reused stuff because it's in kind of smaller pieces, and I just kind of want to stick it in the holes where there's like some gaps in the moss. Okay, I feel like that's looking really good. It attaches right here. And then let me move you up a little bit. You can see where the newest node or aerial roots are going to be. So I'm going to secure it onto there with, what should I use? Maybe I'll use some tape. I just think that this stem is getting a little bit thick for my dragonfly clip, so I'll probably just use some Velcro. So I'm just going to gently secure this on. I don't even need all of it. Perfect. And then down here, I'll bring you down a bit. I think I'm just going to gently attach this vine on as well. Actually, I can probably use one of these little guys. I currently have 3 active vines growing up this pole. There we go. The last vine is just way down here, really close to the pot, but it's putting out a leaf. Look at that. It's so cute, just a little baby one. And all of the roots on this pole are just crazy. There's roots all the way up, except for on the newest one, obviously, that we just put on, but I'm sure that there will be roots in there in no time. So I guess that one is done, and that actually went better than I thought it was going to. It was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But literally, look, it's almost at the top of that new one already. Like, that is just crazy. So if anyone has any ideas of what I should do with this plant once she does reach the top, as you know, she's my favorite plant, and I'd love to keep growing her. She still has beautiful silver on her. This leaf is still hardening off, but like, she hasn't lost her silver or anything, so it would be nice to keep growing her and keep sizing her up for a while. Anyways, love her so much. And how cool is it that we have 4 extensions or 4 moss poles attached now? I'll try to show you how tall she is next to me. I'm 5'6", so this is what 4 of the thickly poles put together looks like height-wise. Lovely. And you know what I realized? I forgot to push in the little buttons, which I honestly don't really think it does anything, or like I've never noticed, but I'll push them in anyways. They're just these little tabs on the side. I mean, maybe they do something. My brain just won't wrap itself around that. Oh, there we go. All right, tabs are pushed in and she's ready for a water actually. I'm gonna water this plant, put her back, and then I'm gonna grab the next plant, which I don't even know which one we're gonna do next. I have to decide. Actually, it's probably gonna be my brandtianum because it's literally growing off of the pole and looking crazy. Okay, so next we are going to be doing my Philodendron brandtianum. Like I said, she is just like completely growing off of the moss pole, and the new growth is just coming in a little janky looking. I think that's mostly from underwatering, not because I haven't extended it, but nonetheless, she needs to be attended to, she needs to be extended. And this one has a little bit of a strange setup because for some reason the extension wasn't attaching into here nicely when I tried to do it. So I have the like regular size as the main one, and then for the extension I had to go with the smaller version, the Grow Pole Pro Small, I think. I'll have all of these poles that I'm using in this video linked down below in the description if you're interested in trying them out. But yeah, this is the small version, so I'm gonna be extending it with just another small version, I guess, because I'm kind of stuck with using that size now. I can't really change it to a larger one. So I have it right here. So we are just going to repeat the same process with this smaller one and pop it on top of the brandtianum. I cannot tell you how good it feels to be getting these done. So this will just be a quick one since it's small. I mean, they're all kind of quick. Like, this doesn't take long to do, which is nice. And I think that I might actually be able to do more. I mean, I don't know how much time I have, but this moss is, I think, gonna stretch further than I thought it was going to, because it looks like I've barely made a dent and we've already done a whole pole extension. So I might actually be able to do quite a few with this moss. It is all full of moss, so I'm gonna try to pop this one on now. I don't know if I've extended the small version before. I don't think I have. Okay, so here's the top of the pole. And again, I'm gonna try to go inside. It always looks like it's not gonna fit, but then it does fit. It's deceptive. There we go. Wiggle it in. Oh, there we go. Oh, it looks like the like tab didn't go inside. Okay, I need to do it again. Oh no, I just have this one is on backwards. This middle one is on upside down. So this is like the tab that's supposed to be at the bottom and it's just like hanging out there. So whatever, we'll just ignore that. So I guess they're not really gonna click together then. Maybe they still can. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Anyways, that's on. There we go. And I noticed that this whole vine basically is not rooting in. So the like even down here where the middle pole is, it's not rooting on. So I'm gonna go get some more of my plant Velcro and try to attach this because I really want it to be rooting into there again. I don't like it just being willy-nilly, you know? Not super stable. For some reason this one isn't, I mean maybe it's because it's terracotta. The plastic ones, I feel like I can always lift them by the pole and everything like stays together, but this will like come right out if I try to pull it. So I don't lift this one up by the pole. Some of them just are not as like, don't get as, I don't know if it's because the root wall isn't encompassing the whole thing or I don't know, but some of them are less sturdy in the pot than others and I just have to be cautious with them when I'm picking them up to water them and stuff. I'm noticing that one of these leaves is ripped too. This is from my underwatering, I'm sure. I might just cut it because I don't really like leaving them on when they're like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go get Velcro and shears. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it first. I'm just gonna cut this leaf off. I'm actually probably, what am I gonna do? Yeah, I'll just cut the leaf off, I guess. Whoops. And then drop my shears. I think that's the only one I'm gonna cut off. I mean, I'm not happy with the leaves up top like this. I honestly could cut off as well because I just don't like the way it looks. And when I don't like the way it looks, I usually just cut it off and then it will put out a nicer leaf eventually. I could cut it like here. I actually think I'm gonna do that. Or should I cut it even lower, like here? People are gonna be yelling at me probably for cutting this, but I just... You know what? I'll cut it and then I'll propagate these cuttings and then I can make it more full eventually. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cut here. Look at how nice this little cutting is. How cute. I mean, that leaf is ugly, but this one's quite nice. Not bad. Oh, you know what? I just have to cut this one off too. I just have to. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just gonna cut, can you even see? No. I'm gonna cut here. I've done this to this plant before and trust me, it's worth it. It will put out a nicer leaf. This one has a little root intact already too. I wonder if I could just put it in the bottom like this. I don't trust myself though with my underwatering with such a small little root. I'll root it some more and then I'll pot these in. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Velcro and secure the vine. Let me take a look here. Okay, I think that's it. I've Velcroed it on there. Extension is ready to go for when these start growing again. I can't believe I like this plant as much as I do. I honestly used to hate this and then it was so hard for me to grow. And now it's pretty easy to grow. It only puts out those ugly leaves when I'm underwatering it, which I really have been lately because it's been so hard to keep up with all of the just all of the plants. I've been doing a better job recently because I've put slow release fertilizer in all of them so I can just shower them basically, which is a lot faster than having to like mix up fertilizer every time. So I've been better lately, but for a while there, for like a month or maybe even longer, like around the time of the move, it was just underwatering vibes to the extreme. So I think it's gonna do better now, but yeah, really glad the extension's on there. We got them all trimmed up. And now I also have some cute little propagations. I think I'm just gonna pop these in water. I've rooted brandtianum several times just in water, and I've been really successful that way, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've decided that next we are going to be doing my Philodendron Verrucosum, because this is a plant that I'm really focusing on trying to size up, mature, and just grow nicely for once, because I always grow these out for a while and then they just go downhill very quickly. So I'm really just focusing on trying to grow this out for like the 4th time. And it's growing over the pole, as you can see, so we definitely need an extension. But how beautiful is it looking? I mean, some of the leaves are quite janky, but some of them are really nice. Like, this is looking so good, and the new leaves are coming in so dark, and I don't know if it's because it's getting lots of light, or I think it's temperature, because I've never seen them come in this dark before, and it's been super hot in here. And it's not getting a ton of direct light. It's really not. It's just kind of getting like ambient lighting. It's not right in front of a window or anything. So I don't know. I think it might be temperature or maybe fertilizer or something, but they're coming in like so incredibly dark. I've just never seen my Verrucosum, have this dark of red on it, but it's so, so gorgeous. So this is actually on a North Shore Tropicals pole, which I don't know if I have any extensions of currently. Last time I was working with one of these poles, I ended up just putting a thiccly pole on top of it, and it worked pretty well. So I think that's what I'm gonna try again today. So I'll get all set up, and then we will be working on the extension for this one. Number 3, we're doing pretty well. Okay, LOL, never mind. This is actually a thiccly pole. I just got confused because it's like this more opaque plastic, and most of my thiccly poles are the clear, but I do have some North Shore Tropicals poles that are this like more opaque one, so I just, for some reason, my brain was thinking that it was one of those. But no, this is a thiccly, so it's gonna be perfectly compatible with my extension. And I don't have any more of those more opaque ones. I just have clear, so I'm just gonna be stacking it with a clear one, which is fine. Oh my goodness, there's like hair and all kinds of things on this. Anyways, you know the drill. I'm gonna fill this with moss, and then we're gonna pop it on. I also just want to say that so far I am loving this moss. It's the really nice like long strands, and it just feels really good. It's not full of like a bunch of sticks and crap like some moss is. So I'm really enjoying this so far. It feels really nice and fluffy. It has that good smell. I know sometimes I talk about liking the smell of sphagnum moss, and it's only some kinds that smell good, and this one definitely smells amazing. So it almost smells like wood shavings or something. Like, you know, when you buy like if you have a pet, like if you have a small pet and you need some sort of like shavings for it, it kind of smells like that. I don't know, like trees or something. It's the best thing I can equate it to. So weird. I don't know why I like it so much, but it smells good. If anyone else likes the smell of like a nice sphagnum, let me know in the comments, because I can't be alone here. it's super bright outside. Sorry if I'm squinty. Hello, we are back working on the moss pole extensions. It's been about a week since I worked on this video. Got busy with filming some other things, also went camping, but now we are back tackling all of the moss poles. So I've picked out a few more for us to work on today, but I also wanted to kind of show you how the Verrucosum turned out because I just kind of ended abruptly after finishing this off. So, oh my goodness, this plant is looking so good. Like, it has not looked this good in a long time, so I'm super, super happy. But anyways, we added this extension on here, this thickly extension, and it's already rooted into it, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there might be 2 vines already rooted into it, actually. Anyways, this one, I'm like fairly certain is already, yeah, it's like definitely rooted in there. I can't see roots on the back. Oh, is that a root? Sometimes it's hard to tell the sphagnum apart. Oh my gosh, it is. It's totally rooted in there already. It's small. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I can see like the little white tip on the roots. You probably won't be able to see, but it's definitely rooted in there already. There's multiple roots. That's so crazy. Yeah, this plant has been living his best life. I've recently moved him in front of a Plant Spectrum 32 grow light as well, so I'm getting a beautiful color on the leaves. Like, oh my goodness, look at this new one coming in. We also have beneficial mites, so that's keeping spider mites and everything at bay. Another new leaf. I have 3 different vines growing up this. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on that. Honestly, I'm gonna have to add another extension soon already because Verrucosum has pretty long internodes, so it gets tall really quickly. But yeah, that's how this one is looking. Super, super happy with how that came out. So I'm gonna show you the plants that we're gonna be extending today. First of all, we have my epipremnum skeleton key, which is also just looking so good lately. This thing grows like an absolute weed, and it's giving me some really big leaves. I don't really have too much skeleton key shape action going on here, but even just when they're regular epipremnum shape, they're just so pretty. I am getting some smaller growth here because obviously I am behind on adding a pole extension. It's growing way over. I should have added one like weeks ago. Don't be like me. Try to get ahead of your pole extensions because it really is detrimental to the plant when you don't add one. You're not going to get as big of growth as you would if you just kept up with the extension. So yeah, that's my fault, but honestly, it's fine. This one is indeed on a North Shore Tropicals pole, and I actually looked on North Shore Tropicals because I recently ordered a plant there, so I looked to see if I could order more of these specific poles for my plants that are on them, but they're all sold out, unfortunately. So I thought I was gonna have to use a thickly pole on here, which works, but it's just not, you know, it works, but I'd rather just have them be matching, like the same type if I can. So I thought I didn't have any more North Shore Tropical poles, and then I found this. I think this is the only one I have left, and it's the size that I need. So I'm really, really stoked on that. However, I think I am gonna have to add a thickly pole on top of this pretty quickly, just because of the sheer speed of growth for this guy. Like, honestly, adding one more extension is barely gonna cut it. In like a couple more weeks, I'm gonna have to add another one. But anyways, maybe I'll check North Shore Tropicals again and see if she has any more of these in stock. But yeah, that's the plan for that one. And then the next one that we're going to be extending is my monstera esqueleto, who is also growing over the moss pole and growing aerial roots too. Look at those. Like, this guy really needs something to root into, so I'm excited to get the extension on so that there's moss that those roots can grow into. This one has rooted in like crazy, and this is on a Rousseau plant care pole, which are really thick. These are like wider, bigger than any of my other poles that I've tried. And I feel like that makes them really sturdy. This is actually gonna be my first time extending a Rousseau plant care moss pole, so I'm really excited to kind of see how it goes and get this plant hopefully happier, because I don't know what's going on here. It looks like it's just almost giving me like a runner or something. So yeah, we need our extension. And then next we have another epipremnum. This is my epipremnum No ID. It kind of looks like a big Cebu blue or something. I've had a lot of people try to guess what this could be, but I don't know. Anyways, this is on just a regular thickly pole. It's super rooted into it, and it's way outgrowing it. Oh my goodness, there's so many aerial roots on here. What the heck? Look at this. Look at how many there is. Wow. He really needs a pole. So yeah, he's growing over it as well. And you guys, something really cool happened with this plant. The newest leaf that it's put out has little baby fenestrations. I hope that they show up on camera on this new leaf. Do you see little baby fenestrations there? Oh my goodness, it's so cute. They're all just like tiny holes down the middle. So cute. So yeah, I'm just really excited that this plant is getting so big. Like, look at the size. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it's getting just massive. So really excited to extend this one. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So yeah, we're working with 3 different types of poles today. Thickly, North Shore Tropicals, and Russo Plant Care. I'm just gonna get set up and then we'll start extending. Okay, not sure what y'all missed. I was doing this and then I looked up and my camera said memory card full. I don't know how long it was like that, but I have gotten this pole together and I'm gonna try to stick it on in a second here. I usually leave some space at the top when I do these just so it just makes it easier for me to add an extension on in the future. So here's our little guy. This plant actually needs a repot soon too. You can see roots coming out of the bottom of the pot. So I need to put that on the list. But for now, we're just gonna extend. Okay. Like I said, I don't remember if I've ever extended a North Shore Tropicals pole before. Just gonna do it the same way that I do the thickly ones. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Oh, I feel like I should have cut the tabs off. Well, actually it's fine. It's fine. I'll probably cut them off next time just because I feel like they're like pushing. I mean, it's fine. Maybe it'll make it so that it like stays on better. That actually worked really well. I am quite impressed with how easy that was. I might just pull it out a little bit. You want to have them in there enough. I usually do like overlap 2 holes when I extend poles. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, 2 holes are overlapped, so that's perfect. I'm gonna leave it like that. There's like a little gap where there's not much sphagnum, so I'm gonna try to fill that just by stuffing some in through the little hole. I think maybe the little tabby thing pushed it out of the way or something, I'm not sure. Okay, so now I just need to secure these vines. So I'm just, again, gonna be using my Velcro. And just try to guide them to the pole. I'll probably need to use a couple of pieces because this has just gotten so long, so tall. He's actually attached some of the aerial roots right to the plastic. That's so cool. I'm gonna have to try to guide this one back to the moss. All right, so then I'm gonna use another one up a little bit higher. Okay, and then I just added, oh, could you not see anything that I was doing? Gosh, sorry. I just added a third piece of tape right here because there's just a couple vines that are in overachiever mode. But I think that that is gonna be good. It's just gonna take some time for this to kind of start laying nicely like the rest. Like the bottom is laying pretty nicely. All of these leaves just look gorgeous, but the top's looking a little crazy. So we'll just have to wait until it gets a little bit more established. I'm so happy with how this turned out though. This looks so good. I cannot wait to watch it climb even more. I'm so into epipremnum right now. I feel like I'm saying that I'm into every single genus that I talk about, but honestly, it's just, they're so fun to watch grow. So that is this the fourth one in total? I think the fourth one in total, and the first one for today, epipremnum skeleton key. Epipremnum pinnatum skeleton key, to be precise. Yeah, I really do need to repot that soon as well. Okay, maybe we'll keep on the theme, the epipremnum theme, and I'll go ahead and do the epipremnum no ID next. This is just on a thickly pole. I think it's going to be really straightforward to pop an extension on, so let's build that one. Okay, that was fast, and now I'm ready to pop the extension on here again. Lower that a little bit. So, just gonna stick her on. Oh, losing moss. Oh. Oh, I just realized this is like quite full of moss. I'm gonna have to remove some. That's why I usually leave them with some space at the top, but I don't think I did that at first, so this pole must be from a while ago. Or maybe sometimes I just forget. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully I've removed enough. There we go. I don't think I can push this one down as far because it's just too rooted, too high up the pole. I'm really learning my lesson of falling behind on moss poles. And again, I'm just gonna secure it. Is this? I have multiple vines in here too. Oh, it's the wrong way. Oh, get out of there. Just gonna add a little clip on that one to help guide the new aerial roots that are coming out there. And she is all done. Look at her. And this also means that she has to come out of the cabinet now. So yeah, new moss pole, and also going to be transitioning out of the cabinet. So I'm going to be making sure that she's really well watered for that transition, because I find that that's the most important thing when moving plants out of the cabinet, but I don't think she's going to struggle too much, honestly. This is a fairly hardy plant. So yeah, that one is all done. I also need to find a cover pot because this is going to become pretty top heavy with the extension, so that's going to be on my list of things to get as well. But I'm super happy with this. Can't wait to see her grow, and I'm so thrilled to be getting fenestrations on this one. Okay, so next we are going to be working on my monstera esqueleto. The name escaped me for a second. So we're going to be doing the Russo plant care pole extension for this one. And I was going to say this is going to be the last plant, but I think that I might just keep going after this. I was only going to do 3, but I think I might just keep going. I'm on a roll, so I might as well. But yeah, this one is... I've had a bit of a tougher time with this plant. I think I'm going to use my nice fresh sphagnum for this one, just because I'm trying to just give her the bougie treatment, I guess, so that she doesn't throw a fit on me. Okay, so here's my Russo pole. So this is a front closure one, which is really nice. And like I said, it's a little bit bigger in girth than the others. And it also comes with this film on it that I'm gonna remove so that we can use it. Okay, just like usual, I'm gonna fold it along the creases. I'm really eager to play around with extending this type of pole because, like I said, I haven't done it before, and I feel like this is gonna be really sturdy just because it is wider than the other ones that I have. I feel like it's gonna be sturdy as heck, so here's to hoping that that's true. Like I said, I'm going to be using my nice fresh moss here, spoiling this plant. Yeah, I don't know if this plant's just taking a while to acclimatize to being outside of the cabinet, because it was, oh my goodness, this moss is just so nice, because it was living inside the cabinet for a long time. Well, I've only had this plant for like half a year or something, but it was in the cabinet since I got it, and then I moved it out like 6 weeks ago. Okay, I'm gonna see how we're doing for moss. See how much more we need to add. Just has these little buckles. It just has these little buckles that you click in. It's actually really easy to build. I think I might need a little bit more moss. Yeah. Okay, so I've got him here, and oh, he's actually attached to that plastic, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible while I kind of maneuver the plant out of the way. This top buckle's undone, but I think I'm gonna do it up. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna want the lower buckles undone for this or not. I have it all buckled up, but I can just undo whatever I need to. Okay. Okay. It's going in. Okay, we're in. We're in. Trying to line up, there we go. Line up the buckles. Okay. Well, that was pretty easy, and it feels quite sturdy as well. I'll show you in a second. I think, honestly, I don't even need, actually, you know what? I'm gonna undo this top buckle again. Doesn't really make sense to have it closed now that it's on. I'm like trying to do this without damaging these aerial roots that are right here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't think I broke any. Oh no. No, I don't think I broke any of them, so that's good. Okay, I'm gonna open this buckle, put it there. There's another buckle on the inside. Maybe I should undo that one too. You can't see anything I'm doing, I'm so sorry. It's just, I want the roots, the parts where the aerial roots are to be against the moss, which is why I'm trying to open the buckles that are right here. Okay. I'm gonna do up the outside one again because I feel like that's helping to keep some like tension to keep the extension attached. Oh my goodness, it'll be hard to do though, I think. Okay, so this one is all done, and as I suspected, it does seem super sturdy and like it's standing up straighter on its own than some of the other ones. So yeah, I'm really liking this pole a lot. I adjusted the buckles however I thought would be best, so I ended up sticking the vine in some of the buckles on the extension. So some of them, they're all done up actually, but the vine is only tucked in a couple of them, and then I can just unbuckle them as it grows up if I want to tuck in more of the aerial roots. I mean, it will climb without opening any of the buckles up, but just if I want to stick it in there, I can. For example, I'll show you another plant that's pretty established on one of these poles. It is my subhastatum and variegated subhastatum, which is looking so good lately. But as you can see, I had it tucked into one of the buckles when I put it on here, but now it's just climbing up, not inside the buckles, like I guess on the outside of the buckles. Sorry, I cannot speak sometimes. Yeah, I'm not bothering opening the buckles for this anymore, and it's doing just fine growing through there. There's so much surface area of the moss that's still showing. You don't really need to adjust the buckles. It's just kind of, if you want to, you can. The green one is kind of kicking the variegated one off of the pole. That is rude. Anyways, yeah, this one has been on this pole for months now. So this is how it looks overall. Again, I'm super, super happy with it. Really hoping that this plant starts growing for me a little bit better because it's just been a bit of a struggle plant lately. So we'll see what happens with it. It should be happy now that it can continue climbing. Okay, my camera is overheating now and I need to kind of clean up my little area anyways, so I'm gonna put these plants away and then I'm gonna get reset up for the next batch that we're gonna do, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've actually gathered the rest of the poles that were on my list, the last 4, and I can't believe how many tall poles I'm gonna have after this. It's just crazy that the plants are growing so much. So I'll show you the 4 plants that are next. The first one is this variegated Philodendron burle Marx. It's actually only half variegated. Half of it is putting out just green leaves, which is kind of annoying. Part of me just wants to isolate the variegated leaves, but I think I want to do that after I extend it because I'd like to see the leaves size up a bit and then I could take cuttings. So we're going to be extending this one. And this is also on a North Tropicals pole. It's a larger sized one. And luckily, I actually just took a plant off of this one the other day, and it's the size that I need to extend this one. So that's perfect. And then after that, we have another epipremnum no ID. This one has a bit of a smaller, more narrow leaf than the other one, but they are quite similar in color, and just the way they look is very similar, except for the other one's bigger and wider. This one is also starting to give me little baby fenestrations. I don't know if you can see, there's like one fenestration in that leaf. Anyways, it's growing over the pole, so we really need to extend this one as well. This is on the small size of the thickly pole. And then next, this is probably one of the ones that I'm most excited about. This is my Philodendron gigas, and it has an extension already, so there's 2 poles put together here. And this one I actually did do the, there's a North Tropicals, and then I switched to thickly because I didn't have another one of these. So it's 2 different types. But we're going to be adding on a thickly extension today. I think that this might be the small size, again, of the thickly extension. Anyways, this gigas is just growing so well lately. It's so gorgeous. Look at this newest leaf, and then another one that's on the way. So I'm really, really excited to get an extension on this because I just love how it's sizing up. And then lastly, we're going to be doing my Philodendron glorious, which is a problem child of mine, but I just keep trying with it. It has a lot of, oh my goodness, there's ants on it. This plant puts out so much extra floral nectaries, and it attracts ants. Ugh. Yeah, there's literally like, oh my god, there's so many ants on it, you guys. There's so many ants on it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at how damaged the leaves get from the extra floral nectaries. Can you see that? At first I thought it was spider mites, but it's not. It's literally extra floral nectaries. Look at the ants. Oh my gosh. Gross. There is a new leaf coming in on my Philodendron glorious, which actually looks surprisingly nice. Like, it doesn't look damaged or anything like they usually do, so I'm pretty excited about this one. And yeah, just excited to see if this plant starts growing better for me, because it's definitely been a struggle. But since it is infested with ants, I am going to do that one last. All right, I'm just gonna get set up here. I guess I'll start with the one for my Philodendron burle Marx, which requires the North Shore Tropicals moss pole. So I'm gonna start constructing this one. This one has been used before, so it's a little weird, but it's fine. I'm gonna use my janky moss again, try to use it up. Okay, so that's all my reused moss. So I'm gonna move on to using this moss. So you can see the difference between my old boiled moss and my new fresh moss. This moss, I'm pretty sure I've reused a couple of times, so it's really starting to just kind of break down and not look great and not be as nice and fluffy. It's still fine, especially for things like this. I don't think I would want to use this as a growing medium, like in the pot for a plant, but just using it for moss poles, I don't mind. Like, I don't think I'd want to necessarily put propagations in that or anything, but okay. I'm gonna try to close it up again. Oh no. Did I make the mistake of putting too much moss again? I feel like I did. I'm gonna try to close it and see how it goes. Okay, that went pretty well actually. All right, I'm gonna bring this guy over, spin him around so we can add this on. Oh shoot, it's filled to the top with moss again. There's so many roots in here. It's hard to remove some of the moss, or all of the moss, I mean. So I think I'm just gonna try to take a little bit out of the bottom of my new pole. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put it on like this. Okay, that's pretty good. Again, I can't stick it in super far just because it's so rooted, so it's overlapping that much. That's not terrible. So there's some little gaps that I'm just gonna try to fill up with the moss again. Okay, perfect. So that's it, this one is done. These North Shore Tropicals poles are actually really sturdy too. They're made of a thicker plastic, it seems, than the other ones. So it feels like pretty heavy duty. But here's this guy. He's kind of lopsided because he's trying to go towards the window. But I'm excited to watch this grow more. It's looking kind of crazy. It's giving me really pretty variegation lately though, so I do appreciate that a lot. And then I'm just gonna do this little guy next, the little epipremnum, just a mini pole. Okay, I'm gonna fill up this one. It's just a little tiny pole, so it's a pretty quick one. And I'm almost out of sphagnum, which is so crazy. I'm gonna have to make a new batch. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a new batch. There's not gonna be quite enough to finish this pole. Be right back. Okay, so this is my new sphagnum moss that I ordered. It's the same type that I was just using in this bin. 1 mile New Zealand sphagnum moss from Crystal Star Nursery. I got this big one this time because I knew I had all of these poles that need to be extended. So I just went downstairs and got a bigger bin to rehydrate this moss in. I still don't think it's gonna be big enough. I mean, yeah, I'll have to put it in this way. We'll see. I'm gonna open this up. Yeah, I think it has to go that way. Let's fill her up. Okay, I'm just gonna let it hopefully absorb some water for a while. It's like floating in here right now, so I'm gonna give that a little bit and then I'll come check on it again. Okay, so this has been soaking for a while and I came to flip it upside down so the other side could soak and it actually broke off, but that's great because now I can just keep this part dry and just store it away until I need it. And the rest of it, I think, is pretty soaked. Look at this. It's all nicely saturated. There's so much. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do is just empty the water that's in this bin and then bring the moss over to my little workstation. Okay, back to finishing up this little pole. sticker on. This one I actually left the top empty of moss, so that's really great. Oops. Okay, nice. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was an easy one. These thinner ones are definitely not as sturdy, I find, but that's okay. Just gonna secure that one on. And that's it. This one is now finished. I feel like I'm probably gonna chop this once it gets to the top of this pole because I don't want to do a third one just because of how thin this one is. It makes it a lot less stable, so I'll probably chop and prop and start over once it hits the top. I mean, we'll see. The nice thing about these small poles though is that when you stack two of them, it can still fit in my greenhouse cabinet, so I'm gonna put this back in to the Mills Bow wide and it can continue living in there for a while. And then moving on, oh, is this a small one too? Yeah, this is a small one too, that's right. So I guess I'm gonna find out how it goes with a third extension on a smaller pole. This one has a North Shore Tropicals one as the base though, which like I said, feels pretty sturdy. So I'm gonna build it and then we'll stick it on. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've done it again. There's moss all the way to the top, so I'm just gonna remove some of that. This one isn't as rooted, so it's not a big deal. Okay, great. Now I've got my extension ready. Let's stick that on. Nice. Okay, so that was easy. I mean, it's a little unstable. I think that the reason this one is so much more unstable could be because of the pot. I don't know. Just seems less snug in there. Oh my god. See? Literally just came out. And I made a big mess. And my phone is ringing. Just a sec. It's weird. I find that my plants are often less stable in terracotta pots. I'm beginning to like terracotta less and less. I used to love terracotta and plant pretty much everything into it, but now I think I really prefer plastic or ceramic. Okay, we're moving on to building our last pole, which is just going to be a regular thiccly for our Philodendron glorious. I'm already feeling so good that I've extended all of these poles. I actually already have a couple more plants that are gonna need extensions pretty quick, but I think I'm caught up with all of the plants that were like overdue for extensions, growing past the extension, so good enough for me. I'm very happy with that. And now I'm just gonna try my best to stay on top of it better. It was just so crazy. They all started growing so much, so it was really hard to keep up. Anyways, I'm gonna fill this one up. Okay, let's take a look at this ant infested one. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the ants, honestly. There's a section of a few of my plants that ants are just really attracted to, and it's like specifically the glorious. They love, so I don't know. And it's got the beneficial mites on it, but honestly, I feel like the ants probably have eaten the beneficial mites, I'm assuming. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see any mites left on here. Anyways, here's our pole. Let's try to, oh shoot. I filled this up to the top as well. Why was I doing that so much? Like, what the heck? Oh, nice healthy roots in here though. It amazes me how the roots can stay healthy even when I let these dry out too much, which has definitely happened and definitely does happen. But there's still like white healthy roots in here. Okay. Nice. That's in. I am now going to, can you see what's going on? Hard to say, but I'm now going to just attach the stem where there's aerial roots. I think this new leaf is going to be so nice. I can't stop looking at it. It might be the nicest leaf I've ever gotten on Philodendron glorious. Anything else that needs to be attached? I think that one will be okay. I feel like it will just attach itself. I mean, I could. I'm gonna grab another piece of tape and attach this one as well. I might as well since I'm here. Okay, so where do I want to attach? Right there. So I'm just gonna, I guess I'll go over that one again. I always try to make sure that there's no petioles caught where I'm velcroing because I don't want the petiole attached down. I just want the stems attached down. Anyways, that's it for this one. I'll show it to you. All right, look at her. Oh my goodness, am I gonna start to like this plant? Am I gonna start to like you? I feel like I might, especially when this new leaf comes in. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it. Oh, you look pretty. It looks really Gloriosum-y. Gloriosum-esque. It looks beautiful. So yeah, this was the last plant. We have officially caught up on my moss pole extensions, and we have officially done 10 plants in this video, which is so crazy. So let me know if you enjoyed this type of like themed plant chores where we're just doing a whole bunch of one thing. Yeah, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Also, if you made it to the end, because I know this is a big one, leave me, what emoji should we do? Leave me the rock climber emoji down below. And I guess that's going to be it for today's video. My memory card also has 0 minutes, so I better wrap it up. I hope that y'all are having a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching as well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!